Welcome back to the deep dive. Sometimes the most profound and unexpected insights aren't found in grand landscapes or epic
No,
migrations.
not at all.
Sometimes they're hiding in, well, the most unassuming places, like a fish tank.
Exactly.
Today, we're taking a plunge into a world that, yeah, it might seem small, but it's just bursting with surprising insights. And it really challenges assumptions about parental roles in the wild.
It really does.
Our deep dive is all about the incredibly dedicated and frankly often astonishing fatherhood of the male betta fish.
Hmm.
And what makes this journey, I think, particularly compelling is that our source material, it comes straight from a fish keeper's deeply personal recollections, meticulous notes. It gives us this unique firsthand window.
It's fascinating, isn't it? So often we might glance at a creature like a betta, admire its beauty, and, well, think we understand it.
Right, see the fins, assume that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But these detailed notes let us really peel back the layers, uncover those hidden depths. Our mission today is precisely that. To unearth the intricate, often overlooked details of how male bettas protect their offspring. We'll be drawing out those aha moments.
Love those.
Yeah. Revealing a level of parental commitment that might just astonish you. It could really transform your perception of what fatherhood can look like out there.
So let's unpack this then, because right from the start, the story takes this unexpected turn, one that truly reframes how we think about parental care.
Mm-hmm.
The fish keeper's notes, they reveal a critical action. It happens immediately, almost frantically, right after betta spawning.
Yes, timing is everything.
And it's the swift, urgent removal of the female fish from the tank.
Right.
Now, for us, maybe coming from a mammalian perspective, where parents often raise offspring together, that seems incredibly counterintuitive, almost harsh, maybe.
It does seem that way initially.
You'd think a mother would stay, nurture her young. Right. But the notes make it clear. This separation isn't just important. It's a matter of, immediate survival.
And that's where our initial assumptions get completely upended. This seemingly, brutal step is actually an act of profound instinctual protection for the next generation.
Okay.
The source details two primary reasons for the female's prompt departure, and they're both pretty stark.
Right.
First, and frankly quite shocking to many people, female bettas often eat their own eggs.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, they have a propensity, especially for unfertilized ones, but also, disturbingly, for the newly hatched fry sometimes.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a natural, if maybe a bit gruesome aspect of their biology. So removing her isn't about cruelty. It's literally saving the lives of her offspring from her own predatory instincts.
Right, it's pure instinct.
It's a testament to nature's raw, often uncompromising logic, ensuring the survival of the fittest eggs, really.
Wow. So it completely reframes that initial thought, doesn't it? It's not about good or bad parenting in our human sense,
Not at all.
but a brutal yet incredibly effective survival strategy playing out right there. The notes really underscore the raw instinctual drive.
Exactly. And the second reason is equally critical, not just for the eggs, but for the female's own well-being.
Okay.
The male betta, once spawning is complete and those precious eggs are in his bubble nest, he enters this intense, almost hyper-focused guarding phase.
Right, protective mode.
Hugely protective. He can become incredibly aggressive, sees anything and everything else in the tank as a potential threat to his progeny.
Even her, the mother.
Especially her, potentially. Keeping the female in the tank with him, once his protective instincts are fully engaged like that, could result in him injuring her significantly, or even worse. The fish keeper's notes often describe his fins flaring, his body tensing, these swift, sharp movements towards any perceived intruder.
So getting her out protects everyone.
Pretty much. Her removal isn't a sign of bad parenting from either side. It's a carefully observed, necessary separation. Protects the vulnerable eggs and fry and ensures the female herself isn't harmed by the male's, fierce protective instincts.
It's a stark reminder, then. Nature's logic often operates on principles of survival that can seem extreme to us.
Very much so.
Yet they're perfectly calibrated for the species' continuation.
Exactly.
That makes perfect sense, even if it's a tough pill to swallow initially. So the male's dedication, it's not a slow burn. It ignites with this almost primal ferocity.
Instantly.
A matter of immediate survival for his progeny. So, With the female safely removed, an act we now understand is absolutely essential, he transitions from aggressor to singular, unwavering guardian.
That's his whole world now.
And this is where the notes really start to unpack the sheer complexity of his commitment, revealing duties far beyond what we might initially imagine for a fish. It's not passive watching.
Oh no, it's relentless, multifaceted.
It truly defines his fatherhood.
Precisely. The fishkeeper's daily observations, meticulously recorded, bring his responsibilities into sharp focus. Imagine this male Betta, right? Usually admired for his vibrant colors, flowing fins.
Those are beautiful.
Now transformed into a living sentinel. His constant presence beneath that delicate, shimmering bubble nest isn't just hovering. He's a physical shield.
Positioned just right.
Perfectly. To guard the precious cargo above. The notes detail how he'd orient his body, almost like a tiny submarine, carefully adjusting to deflect any currents or vibrations that could threaten to dislodge an egg.
Tiny adjustments.
His fins are constantly making these micro-adjustments, ensuring the nest remains undisturbed.
So he's not just a guard, he's also a kind of living architectural support system, responding to every tiny ripple.
Absolutely. And his vigilance isn't just internal, he's an active defender.
Right, against threats.
If another tank inhabitant, even a small snail or a curious guppy, dares to approach the nest, he transforms.
How so?
Those flowing fins, usually a display of beauty, they flare out, a stark warning. And he'll execute these swift, decisive charges to drive off any perceived predator. Doesn't matter how small or seemingly innocent. The fishkeeper even recounted one instance where the male spent an entire afternoon relentlessly nudging a stray piece of decor that had drifted too close.
An entire afternoon?
Yeah, demonstrating this unwavering, single-minded focus on keeping his nest pristine and safe.
That level of detailed observation is incredible. It paints such a vivid picture. But he's not just defending and hovering. He's actively maintaining this delicate structure too, right? The bubble nest itself needs constant attention.
Indeed. He's effectively a living construction crew, meticulously maintaining the nest itself.
Building and repairing.
He'll meticulously add new bubbles, often by taking a gulp of air at the surface and then gently releasing it, coated in the sticky saliva that binds them together.
Huh. Like little cement bubbles.
Sort of. This ensures the structure remains sturdy, functional. Think of the wear and tear a bubble nest might endure over several days. Tiny bubbles popping, water currents, external vibrations.
Right, it's fragile.
He's effectively making repairs and expansions as needed, constantly assessing its integrity. And then there's an even more subtle, yet utterly vital task. He fans the nest.
Fanning, what does that do?
Well, it isn't just a casual movement. It's a deliberate, rhythmic fanning of his fins. This action serves two crucial purposes.
Okay.
First, it circulates oxygenated water over the eggs, which is absolutely vital for their proper development. Ensures each embryo gets the life-giving oxygen it needs.
Makes sense. And the second?
Second, and crucially, it combats the dreaded fungus.
Oh, right. Fungus is bad for eggs.
Very bad. Without this constant fanning, fungus can quickly engulf and suffocate an entire clutch of delicate eggs, turn them white, unviable, sometimes within hours.
Wow, so that fanning is critical.
Absolutely critical. What's truly fascinating here is how these actions combine multiple parenting roles, protector, builder, caretaker, and life support system into one highly specialized and remarkably efficient behavior.
It really underscores the intricate dance of nature, doesn't it? How every action has a specific, critical purpose for survival.
Exactly.
It's truly mind-boggling, isn't it, to consider such intricate, coordinated tasks from a creature so small, performing them with such unwavering focus for days on end.
Well, it really is something else.
But, as is often the case in nature, one challenge is merely replaced by another, perhaps an even more delicate one. Because eventually, as the notes detail, those painstakingly cared for eggs begin to hatch.
And that's when a new phase of intense fatherhood begins, with a whole fresh set of vulnerabilities for the fry.
Fry being the baby fish.
The baby fish, exactly. The notes here describe the newly hatched fry as almost unbelievably tiny, barely more than an eyelash, and incredibly weak.
So vulnerable.
They're still developing, lack fully formed fins, and crucially, their swim bladders aren't yet functional.
So they can't swim properly.
Right. This means they are prone to sinking, like tiny, helpless stones just drifting down to the bottom of the tank.
Oh no, so they fall out of the nest.
Constantly. Imagine hundreds of these minuscule lives constantly drifting out of the safety of the nest.
So the male Betta, who is just acting as this fierce protector, Now he has to become an incredibly gentle rescue worker. It sounds like a complete shift.
It is, and it's truly one of the most astonishing behaviors recorded by the Fishkeeper. The notes highlight his extraordinary and gentle demeanor during this phase, a stark contrast to his earlier aggression.
Okay, how does he do it?
When these minuscule, helpless fry inevitably sink, the male actively retrieves them. He doesn't just nudge them. The notes describe a truly delicate maneuver.
Go on.
He gently, almost imperceptibly, scoops a tiny, barely visible fry into his mouth.
Into his mouth, without eating it.
Without harming it, a feat of precision that seems almost impossible for a fish.
Wow.
Then, with a soft, controlled puff of air, he blows them back up into the soft, oxygen-rich cushion of the bubble nest.
Blows them back into the nest.
Yes. It's a non-stop, tireless process. A testament to instinctual selflessness repeated countless times, ensuring not a single life is lost to the tank's depths.
How often does he do this?
The Fishkeeper even estimated he might do this hundreds of times in a single day.
Hundreds. That's exhausting.
An exhausting, ceaseless vigil. This raises a fascinating question, right? About the sheer motor control and fine-tuned instinct required for such a small creature to perform this mouth-to-nest resuscitation, often for days on end.
That mental image alone is enough to truly humble you. A fish performing mouth-to-nest rescue over and over with such precision and tenderness.
It's incredible to witness, apparently.
And the dedication doesn't stop once they're all safely back in the bubbles, right? Our source emphasizes that this incredibly dedicated behavior continues for days, sometimes even weeks.
That's right.
It's not a quick sprint. It's a marathon of fatherhood, demanding his entire being.
Absolutely. And perhaps the ultimate sign of his commitment, as detailed in the notes, is that the male will often refuse to eat anything else during this entire period.
He doesn't eat at all.
He will fast until all the fry are strong enough to swim freely on their own. That's typically reached when their swim bladders have fully developed and they can maintain buoyancy independently.
My goodness. How long can that take?
It can be several days, sometimes longer, depending on temperature and conditions.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
that's a profound biological cost.
Huge cost. Imagine the energy expended. Building, constantly maintaining, defending the nest, tirelessly fanning for oxygen and against fungus, and performing those hundreds of delicate rescue missions.
All while not eating.
All while depriving himself of sustenance. The Fishkeeper's observations noted the male becoming visibly thinner, his vibrant colors sometimes dulling from the sheer effort.
Wow.
This self-sacrifice is a massive investment in the next generation. A gamble on his own health to ensure that the fry have the best possible chance of survival.
It's a remarkable display of parental investment, showing that even in what might seem like a simple creature, the drive to perpetuate the species can lead to extraordinary feats of endurance and selflessness.
It demonstrates how deeply ingrained that survival instinct is, even if it means personal hardship for the parent.
So from architect and fierce defender to meticulous engineer, gentle paramedic, and ultimately self-sacrificing provider, the male Betta's journey of fatherhood is, well, it's nothing short of incredible.
It really is.
You've gone from that initial, crucial, and frankly surprising separation of the female
Right?
to the male's meticulous nest building and maintenance, his active, tireless defense, the precise, tender rescue missions of sinking fry,
The mouth-to-nest rescues.
and finally, his ultimate act of fasting, all to ensure his offspring not just survive, but thrive. The Fishkeeper's notes ended with a simple yet profound question. Isn't this rather fascinating?
Yeah.
And after this deep dive, I think we can all definitively say yes, it absolutely is. It turns our simple understanding of a fish tank into a stage for profound biological drama.
It truly is. This deep dive into Betta fatherhood really highlights just how diverse and complex strategies of parental care are in nature. It really encourages us to look beyond the surface, doesn't it?
Definitely.
To recognize that even in creatures we might consider simple or, instinct-driven, there are often incredibly intricate, dedicated behaviors that are essential for the survival of the species.
That's a powerful reminder.
Yeah, that every living thing, no matter how small, has its own unique, often surprising story of perseverance and dedication. It reminds us that there's always more to learn and observe, even in our own backyards, or, well, in this case, our living rooms.
And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other unexpected examples of animal dedication, sacrifice, and ingenious survival strategies might be hiding in plain sight, just waiting for us to notice? Perhaps this small window into the Betta's world is just a glimpse into an entire ecosystem of fascinating parental roles that we simply haven't taken the time to truly observe yet.
Could be.
It compels us to slow down, pay closer attention, and appreciate the hidden wonders of the natural world. We hope this deep dive encourages you to look a little closer at the world around you. You never know what surprising acts of dedication you might uncover in the seemingly mundane.